What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today I'm actually partnering up with Mooncat to show you some swatches of their polishes, and this is a brand that I have been getting so many requests from you guys to check out, and I requested a bunch of them, I tried them out, and I ended up really enjoying them, so I wanted to share the swatches with you. But before we talk about that, let's talk a little bit more about Mooncat. If you haven't heard of them before, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based out of the US, and they are 10 free, meaning they are free of 10 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. They have these really interesting bottle caps as well, so it's just a square, kind of flat bottle, but they have this really unique bottle cap. It's not difficult to use at all, don't worry, but it does have a little bit of visual interest to it, which I really appreciate. And overall, I think their branding is super cute as well. They have all of this like dark purple and lime green, and I just love those colors together. So yeah, very fun vibe going on here. But like I said, I wanted to try out some of their polishes. I don't have a collection to review for you today. It was really just a random assortment of polishes that caught my eye. I wanted to try some different finishes because they actually do have a lot of really unique different finishes. So that's what we're doing today, just a random assortment of 10 polishes that I thought were pretty cool. And after the swatches, I'll talk to you a little bit more about pricing, availability, and my thoughts on the brand as a whole. So roll the footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I'm using the Mooncat Hardcore base coat. So we'll start with the shades that I was the most excited about, and that was the iridescent flake polishes. So this first one is called Curiosity's Prey. It's this milky white, almost sheer base that has a bunch of larger iridescent flakes in it, as well as a blue shimmer running throughout. So I absolutely love shades like this because I feel like they work in any amount of coats. So it looks super stunning and soft and delicate in the first coat. In the second coat, you still have a little bit of that sheerness, but you also get a little bit more depth when it comes to those iridescent flakies. And then for my nails, I was able to get full opacity in 3 coats, so that's how I made it look like it was in the bottle. But this is why I love shades like this. It almost feels like there's multiple types of polish in the one bottle, because really depending on your mood, you can kind of switch it up and make it a little bit more sheer or make it more full coverage, and it's not patchy at all. Next up, we have a similar type of finish. This one is called If Frogs Had Wings. It's a beautiful sky blue base, and then again we have those iridescent flakes running throughout, and this time we have a pinky shimmer running throughout as well. So this one actually felt a little bit more of that pearlized finish. It's slightly different, but I love it just the same, and again you kind of get that versatility with how many coats you want to do. You know that I absolutely love a slightly sheer polish, and I love getting a little bit of visible nail line, so I thought it looked absolutely stunning in 2 coats. I did put on a 3rd coat just to show you what it looked like full coverage, and again it's kind of nice to be able to switch it up, but if you are a person who prefers it to be full coverage, just know that you can build it up to be that way as well. And it's just so pretty and interesting. I love that there's multiple different things going on in here, so we've got like the shimmer and the iridescence. It's very fun. Next up we have the shade Enchanted Mist. Now this one is also an iridescent flake polish, but it's a little bit of a different finish. This time we are working with a slightly warm gray jelly base, and then we have these larger iridescent flakes in here, and it is a whole rainbow, so you really get a lot of fun color shifts going on in there, and I love this one as well. Again, I love that jelly-like finish with the slight sheerness in 2 coats. I think it looks super pretty, but if you want a fuller coverage look and a little bit more depth of glitter, a 3rd coat looks really beautiful as well. I just love pairing the super vibrant iridescent glitters with this very neutral soft base. I think it has that sort of lit from within look that I always love to see. Next up we have the shade Alien Invasion, and this one I absolutely couldn't resist because it is a gorgeous green polish, but it's actually a little bit more complex than that. So this one looks like another jelly sort of base, but then within that base we have an iridescent shimmer, so depending on the light and the angle of your nails, it's gonna look totally different. So it's almost this like bluish base, which adds a little bit of depth, and then you can see even just in my regular lighting, the shimmer in there looks a little bit green, but also a little bit of this like bronzy gold kind of color. So it's really shifty, it's really beautiful. It kind of feels like a sneaky color, and I just think it's so pretty. This one was a little bit sheer, so I did need 3 coats for full coverage, but I think you could also wear a shade like this as a topper over a similar base or over black. Next up, we have the shade Mercury's Tears, and this is another just super vibrant, gorgeous jelly base that has an iridescent shimmer running throughout. So this time we are working with a really intense primary blue jelly base color, and then the iridescent shimmer in there looks so shifty and awesome. So you can see with my regular lighting, it looks a little bit greenish, it also looks a little bit pinkish, and then even at extreme angles you can see a little bit of gold as well. This was another one that was a 3-coater for me, but again, I don't mind when it comes to really unique shades, and I also feel like it was a very thin formula, so it was easy to work with. Moving on, we have the shade A Midsummer's Dream, and I think this polish is so gorgeous. I know it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea because not everybody loves a pearly finish nail polish, but I absolutely do. I think that the brush strokiness of a pearlized finish really elongates the nail, so I really enjoy seeing that. But this one is a really soft pink that has an intense blue shimmer running throughout. I actually thought it looked really beautiful in one coat as just kind of like a sheer wash of color, and it wasn't patchy at all, but I did get full coverage in 2 coats, and again, it just looked absolutely stunning on. Moving on, of course, I had to try some holo polishes from them. So this shade is called Moonflower, and this is their silver linear holographic polish. It had a really nice, easy, workable formula. It was very thin, but it ended up giving me full coverage in 2 coats, and you can see even before it dried, it was showing a really beautiful rainbowy effect across the nails. I would say these particles are a little bit on the bigger side, which is nice because it gives a little bit more of an intense rainbowy kind of scattered effect, even though it is a linear holo, but I really enjoyed this one. And I also wanted to try this shade Fake Halo, and this one is a really beautiful orangey copper linear holo polish. Again, it's the same formula. It's a really nice light soft formula that's very easy, very workable, and it does give me full coverage in 2 coats, and again, just very intensely rainbowy. But I absolutely love this color, especially as a holo, because I think it's just this fun mix of being an almost neutral color, and it really does look pretty neutral when you're in indirect lighting, but then as soon as the light hits it, you get this very intense rainbow. Next, we have the shade Sealed with a Hiss, and this one was just so eye-catching in the bottle. I really wanted to try it out. It's actually a little bit hard to describe. It's like this purple shimmery glitter that also has a holographic micro glitter running throughout, and it also has this shift into a bluish shimmer. So it's really intense. It feels like a party on the nails. I think it's super gorgeous. I think this could also definitely be worn as a topper, and I really want to try it as a glitter gradient. I think it could work well for that. And last but not least, we have the shade Sand Trapped, and this one is a glitter topper shade. So first I'm showing you what it looks like over the naked nail, so you can see there really is a lot of glitter packed into here. So we have a lot of gold micro and mini glitters in here, and then we also have a scattering of holo gold glitters in there as well. So again, it just kind of feels like a good party on the nails. Here it is over black, and you can just see how much is packed into there. I feel like this would be really great to sponge on if you want it as a full coverage polish, but it also just feels like a perfect New Year's kind of color. And again, another shade that I think would be perfect for glitter gradients. So here are all of the shades that I tried out today. Again, not a collection, and there was really no rhyme or reason for the colors that I picked. I kind of just wanted to try out a bunch of shades, and I just picked out the ones that caught my eye the most. So this is just a random assortment, but I think they're all really, really pretty. I definitely enjoyed my first experience with this brand. I've been really enjoying testing them out, and I really like all the finishes that I've tried so far. So those are the polishes that I tried out, and overall I have to say I really enjoyed them. The polishes feel a little bit different from other brands that I've tried. I really like the buildability of them. One thing I always say that I appreciate in a polish is when you can wear it in different ways. So if it looks super different between 2 coats and 3 coats, and you can kind of choose depending on your mood, I always appreciate a polish like that. And I also think that they just have some really interesting different finishes going on and really pretty color combinations. So I'm definitely curious to try more. I didn't even try all of their different finishes, but if you guys are interested in a part 2 of me trying more random polishes, or if you'd like to see me review some of their seasonal collections, definitely let me know in the comments. I also tried out their base and top coat, and I've been really enjoying them so far. They have this quick dry top coat called Speed Demon Top Coat, and let me tell you, it dried so fast on my nails and it really set and hardened my nails. I'm wearing it right now and I am so impressed with it. So definitely recommend that. I can't really attest to the wear time because I change my manicure a few times a week, so I don't really wear manicures long enough to talk about how long the polishes last, but I was just really impressed with the formula of the top coat and it being incredibly fast to dry because I am pretty impatient. So yeah, these polishes come in 12 milliliter bottles. Like I said, they have that really interesting bottle cap. It's super fun, and the price of them actually ranges based on the finish. So they can range between $13 USD and $16 USD, just basically depending on the pigments and the type of polish that it is. So I'm gonna link all the ones that I tried down in the description. You can check those out if you're interested, but I'm curious to hear what you think of Mooncat. Have you tried them before? What colors do you love? What do you think of their finishes, of their branding? Leave it all in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a second YouTube channel, my vlog channel, where I share a little bit more behind the scenes about my life. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And I have a podcast. It's not nail polish related. It's about kind of nerdy movies. And we actually just wrapped up our first season. I watched the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy for the first time. So I kind of give a play-by-play of what I'm thinking, predicting that's going to happen next as the movies go on. So I'm going to link that down in the description for anybody who's interested in that. And of course, a huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Rocket Man's daughter, and Paola. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Delane, and Delane wants to know, do your toenails get as much love and attention as your fingernails? And the short answer of that is no, but I really used to be very good about painting my toenails. Up until like 2019, I painted them every single week. It wasn't always something that matched my nails, but I just liked having manicured toenails as well. But this is the weirdest reason why I stopped. But in 2019, I had to get surgery on my ovaries, and I had to remove my nail polish and my toenail polish for some reason. I thought that was kind of strange though, because my toes are very far away from my ovaries, but I did have to remove them, and that was the first time in years that I just had naked toenails with no polish on them, because as soon as I would take off a manicure, I would put a new one back on. But after that, I just kind of stopped painting my toenails. I've gotten a few pedicures since then with my sister-in-law, and that's just like a fun activity that we've done together. But then I just kind of like let them go, and then I remove it once they're super chipped or grown out. I do keep them very neatly trimmed and manicured, but not with color. But I'd really like to get back into that, especially now that I'm living in a place where it's a little bit hotter and I'm probably going to be wearing more open-toed shoes. I'd like to get back into doing my toenails, but I'm curious, for those of you who watch my channel who are into nail polish like I am, do you paint your toenails as often as your nails? Actually, now that I think about it, I know a few of you have talked to me about how you paint your toenails more than your nails because your nails aren't allowed to be colorful for your job. So that's actually, it's an interesting kind of twist there. But yeah, I'm curious. So let me know in the comments. We can chat about it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
How to keep the healing.